Hey everyone, Tony Winston here. I'm here with the Yamaha MODX, and we're just waiting for it to come on. See how long it takes in case there's a power failure in the middle of your set, how long it will take for the actual keyboard to come back. Okay, it's not too long, maybe about 10 or 15 seconds. That's better than the old Yamaha Motif XF, which takes forever to come on. So the first thing we've got to do is get rid of that flashing nipple right there. So let's hit Utility. We'll go to Settings and System, and there it is, the knob flash. Okay, now we can concentrate. And what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to select the best piano sound for live performance, because it's not what you think it might be. And then also how to take a preset patch and kind of adjust it a little bit to make a new patch. So you're going to learn a little bit about programming this synthesizer. Okay, now in the live set, this is where you can collect all your favorite sounds together so they're ready for you quickly when you need them. So I've got about 4 or 5 pages of this, and here is the piano that Yamaha would probably say is the best. It's called the CFX Concert. And if you look at it, it takes up 4 slots in the memory there. Now, I don't think it's the best one. I think the best one is the full concert grand. So here they are, listening to them again, the CFX. And the other one. And I've tried them both in live performance, and believe me, the CFX Concert is miserable. It's just very boxy sounding. You sound like you're in the bathroom or something. So you want to find the full concert grand. And when you do a category search for, say, acoustic pianos, you see most of the ones, here's that CFX Concert. A lot of these at first are blue, which means they're going to have more than one slot, you know, like for instance, let's look at Lonely Keys here. See, it takes up 5 positions, okay? That's a lot of memory to use for a pretty horrible sound. So going back to our categories here. So the one that I like is one of the green patches. It's here, Full Concert Grand. And as you see, it only takes up one memory slot, and it's a pretty nice sound. And if you add a little reverb to it, which I'm going to do right here, actually I need more reverb than that, so let me get into the edit. And did you see how I did that? Let me go back for a second. You just hit somewhere, hit right where it says piano acoustic there, just hit that and then hit edit. And then this is the first page here, and there's the reverb send. See, it's not enough. Let's turn it up to about 20. And then if I adjust it over here as well, now I can get as much reverb as I need there. And I can adjust it with that knob. And if I store it that way, you know, I'll have the ability to adjust the reverb very easily. Now, let's find a patch that we're going to do a little adjustment on. And the one I'm going to use it's another acoustic piano. It's this one right here, the CFX Padded. I like the sound of that pad, and I'm going to use it for a Bruce Springsteen song. I think the song I'm going to do is the one that goes... I hold you in my arms as the band plays. What were those words whispered, baby, just as you turned away? That's the song I want to do. But I don't like that piano sound. And if you look at it, oh, by the way, if you hit this, ooh, I changed the patch accidentally. All right, there it is. If you look at it, if you hit the performance thing, you can see it in 2 different ways. You can see all the memory slots, or you can kind of see the ranges of the various instruments there. So here's the deal. I like the pad. The pad is these 2 over here. And I don't like any of these piano sounds. I want to use my full grand piano, whatever that thing was. So I'm going to start eliminating these. I'm going to hit this one, and I'm going to hit delete. All right. So it's gone. Now, I'll try to hit delete the first one, But you can't, okay? You can't delete the first one, but we'll find a way around that. Let me delete the third one. That's just another part of that piano patch. Gone. Fourth one, gone. Almost gone. Okay, and now I'm going to find the patch that I like, and for the piano. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for pianos here, acoustic pianos, and I could just use this one right here, the full concert grand, but I've already taken one and kind of messed around with it a little bit and added a little bit more reverb and stored that as full concert grand T. That T is for Tony. And let me hit that one and go back to my performance, and there it is right there in slot 2. Now I'm going to switch slot 1 and slot 2. So I will hit the first one, and it says copy. I'll hit copy, but up here you can actually exchange. So now I'm going to exchange part 1 and part 2. Now the piano I like is in part 1, and the one I don't like is in part 2, and I can delete it. Delete. Okay, I think now I can also move the pads over here. It'll make them easier to control with just 4 sliders, because I'll have a slider for those pads should I need it. So let me try to do that. So I want to hit this one. Oh, I can't hit that one, can I? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, I'll figure it out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the little bells. I want a little bell up here to go dum, 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 dum. So I'm going to put that bell, let's see, where can I put it? I'm just going to put it right here. And what am I looking for? Chromatic percussion, bells. And did I already pick one out? I'll definitely want to use a green one. No, I don't want that one. Let's see, what did I use? I think it might have been called Crystal. Is that the one? Yeah, there it is, over there. Oh, there's 2 crystals. They sound pretty much the same. I'll just take that one. There it is. All right. Now, how am I going to get these 2 patches into there? That's the thing. Let's see, copy. I want to exchange with part 3 is what I want to do. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, exchange. Gotta hit that. Okay. Yeah, okay, it moved. All right, now I'm going to move this one into part 4. This is just for convenience. You don't have to do this. So I'll hit copy, and I want to exchange that with part 4. There's nothing in part 4 right now, but now there should be. Okay, now I've got them all where I want them. And I've got the bell everywhere. You know, I don't want it everywhere. I want it... I'm only going to use it to play those notes right there. So I'm going to limit the range. And here's how I do that. Let's see, here's my bell. And you see it says C2 and G8 there. That's the whole range of the keyboard. So let me hit C2. And if I just hit the keyboard here and then hit the lowest note, it should set it. There it did. It set it to that. And then the highest note I'm going to hit is this one. I guess I could have used this button for my cursor. No, I couldn't. Okay, and then I turn off keyboard. There we go. Now you see I just have the bell there. However, I don't want to use that bell right away in the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store this to scene 3. And to do that, I'm going to hit Shift. I'm going to hit Shift and hit 3. And now, during the live performance, if I hit 3, the bells will come on. Now, in 2, I want to turn those bells off, and I'll just pull the slider down like this, and then store it to 2. Now, see, I hit 3, the bell is there. I hit 2, it's not there. 1, I don't know. 1 seems hard to control sometimes, so I always just work with 2, 3, and 4 usually. Yeah, 1 seems to give me whatever I had on last, so, you know, it's kind of useless. I don't know, it's a little glitch or something. Okay, that's the patch. Now let's see. I have a foot pedal hooked up down here. And and of course I have the sustain pedal. But my foot pedal makes everything fade out. Okay, I don't want the piano to fade out. I'd rather just fade in the pad. So let me go to piano here, and I'm going to hit edit. And it says modulation and control, or mod, whatever that means. And then on the second column, receive switch. And I look across here, and you might think disconnecting foot controller 1 would do the job. But it doesn't, so I don't know what that switch is for. I've tried to use it, never seems to work. I'll hit expression and turn that one off. And yes, now if I fade the pedal out, which it's out now, I still get the piano, but I can fade with my foot. Right. And I still have control over the how bright the pad is with the super knob. And I don't really know how to program the super knob yet, so it's nice that I could just use that preset patch because it's already set like that for me. And I can hit the 3 and have the bells. I heard somebody call your name from underneath our willow. I saw something tucked in shame underneath your pillow. Yeah, okay, it's going to sound good. Now I can take this patch. I can take this patch and I can store the patch. So I'll hit store. And since I've never stored it before, I have to store it as a new performance. So let me do that. And it's much easier now to type in the name of the song. And I'm just going to call it Bruce, so I know for the Bruce Springsteen song. So I'll just type in Bruce, and I'll hit done. And now it's stored, that patch. Okay, now suppose I want to store that to a live set. I hit Shift and hit Live Set. And now I've used up 4 whole pages of live set, so I'd have to store it right here. However, I could store it somewhere else. I could store it back on one of my old pages if I wanted to. I just hit store again, and then Shift and No gets me down to this other page. And let's see, is there one I want to overwrite here? Yeah, I'm going to overwrite that CFX concert because I'm never going to use that. So I'll hit that, and then I'll hit it again, and there's Bruce. Now I've got Bruce on that page. I've got it over there as well. Now, if I could just sing like Bruce, I'd have something. But at least I can get a nice sound that's reminiscent of the sound he gets on his album. And also you can, depending on where the knob is, you can store it there. If I, like for instance, here I am in performance. Suppose I wanted it full up like that. I could just restore it now, and watch how quickly I can do this. Store, enter, yes. Okay? And then, when I go to another patch, suppose the knob is there, and if I come back to that patch, see, it'll go right down. It'll go right down to there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here, let me move this camera a little bit to the super knob. Yeah, there's the super knob. See, so let's say another patch has got it there or something, and as soon as I go to Bruce, it'll jump right to there. Now, suppose I don't want it. Suppose I want it like that. All right, so now I'll just store that. Here's how you do it. You just go like this: store, enter, yes. It stores very quickly, and all right. Now, I usually share all my patches. Now, when I started programming this, I was in the mind that I was going to be using 2 keyboards, so I have a lot of patches that are set up kind of this way, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, here's a good one for Africa. You got to have this. I hit the sustain pedal to hold this, and then got a nice kalimba sound up there. Oops, sorry. All right, so I usually make these patches available to everyone. Here's one I did for Brandy. there's the horns. Oops. There's a port on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the time away and talk about their home. All right, I got Could It Be I'm Falling in Love. Yeah, I got like a... And then for, you know, if I wanted to just do... And what else do I have in here? Oh, a lovely day, you know. Whatever. And so I will make all of my patches available to you. But here's the thing. You'll find that a lot of them are going to look kind of like this. You see a column here that says no assignment. This is information that would be sent to another keyboard in order to set a patch or to set a volume or something like that. So when you see those, you could, if you're not using another keyboard, you could just erase those. You know, you could just get rid of that. Just hit delete like that. Delete. And it'll be gone. It won't make any difference for the patch. And you can move things around because, you know, if you're trying to control volumes with your sliders here, you want them on 1, 2, 3, and 4 because that's where the sliders work. Otherwise, you have to hit this button here and go to 5 and 8, and, you know, that's a pain. So I like to just keep it in one spot. It's a good keyboard. I've done some videos before about how to set it up with 2 keyboards, and so if you are looking for more information, you could refer to some of those. Also, how to format the memory stick and stuff like that. Okay, hope this was an informative video for you all, and good luck with your Yamaha MODX.